And I don't want to make little what I'm saying because what I'm saying can last for eons. When you take the word eon and you're measuring it into what is 1,000 years, you're going to get biblical by default. Getting biblical by default means that you're cascading within 1,000 years, either it being prior or in the future, you're making headway. And this is huge when you're considering what plateaus are beyond copyright material. If you hear what's behind me, it's what DJs run. When a DJ makes a break proper, it's usually at a wedding. And this is what I've experienced because I've gone to more than one. We're going to make some headway into some lavender. You'll see what I'm saying in a second if you keep watching for the next 10 seconds. Jaywalking. But I'm a seasoned jaywalker, so I only saw one car. That would have been a problem. Some guys have beards, and some females wear pants that are high, close to their navel, and both, when they're accompanied by each other, reminisce over the same factor, which is they're trying to become something other than what their stature is originally. I don't like this because I'm original, prima facie. That in Latin means on its face. And here we've made it into what lavender is. And I told you I'd get you there. But I didn't know a dog would be in my background. So in cutting a diagonal, it's only proper to get you with the backdrop. Shooting animals 101. Shut up, Spike! You got one bee. Oh, that's a nice shot. And we've got another bee. I didn't mean to just shoot animals. There is. This is an aerial view. If you go above something, it's called aerial views. Or actually, it's bird's eye. You get a bird's eye view versus an aerial view. They're the same thing, as opposed to what's a fisheye lens. And this is something that has strong emphasis on what lensing is. And if you can Taylor series something, it's in mathematics what a fisheye lens is, equivalent to a bird's eye view and an aerial view, but more strategically, meaning in nomenclature, it holds more wherewithal. Excellent standpoint. I wanted to couple, and when you say couple, it means double. It's a scientific nomenclature for meaning stronghold. We're still recording, yes. In grams number, this is a denotation of something that is huge. It's large. And if you're coupling it, and I told you this is coupling meaning what a stronghold is. I'm in a school zone, so I have to be careful. But in all reality, I documented a sheriff and his car being rogue inside of a lot. I've never seen that in my life other than today. This is why art saga is important. Carrying on. I almost want to grab a bee and let it loose to show how important this is. When you're coupling grams number with something that's small like atoms, everything's made up with atoms, but if an atom is on you, it means it's originated from you. So that's more original. More on that with autonomy later in what DNA is. But that's what the crux also is. This is all nomenclature. In grams number, it's a huge number. But if you couple it with something like atoms inside the atomic realm, subatomic, grams number, it expands out ginormously. So much past what eons are, which we're referring to I'd call it slang even, biblical. If you get something within thousands of years in the past and the future, you've pretty much hovered over the target with what is biblical. And if this makes any sense in the future on the net, it hasn't been shadow banned. I almost want to end there and mic drop, aka fall into this lavender, but we're not going to. For the kids, we're doing it for the kids. Graham's number subatomically stretches out for eons. And in space time, this is a literal measure because our universe keeps expanding, which is what dark energy is. But no, literally, our observable universe keeps expanding out even further. And in Graham's number subatomically, it's a thing. I heard in school it's a thing where if you can write an entire alphabet on 1 grain of rice, it's huge. Also in grade school, I heard there was a storybook and it said, it was a kid's book, and it said that if there was 1 grain of rice, and this was implementing what multiplication is, the next day he wanted 2 grains of rice, the next day 4. This is what times tables are in multiplication of doubling. And so 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to